Big VTV, great to have you with us, state champ men, and only 6 games to talk about, but thankfully, my friends at the Wildcats are off the mark. Got their first win, up and about.
Yeah, hopefully they can get things rolling.
No, they're going to get things rolling. Eltham 100 defeated Werribee 82. Benny Waldron having a great season, 24 points. Canavan had 16. Jeremy Smith, who is one of the best players in the competition. Yeah. Let me tell you, he's having a great season for Werribee, 24 in that one. Freddie Hunter had 16 and 13. Great to see the Wildcats up and about. We knew they had a hard start to the season, but hopefully that's the tip of the iceberg, Jeffo.
Yeah, hopefully they can still make the 8, the top 8 is?
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully they can
still...
still...
top 6.
I think it's 6.
Top 6.
Okay,
because
we had a couple of teams that fell out.
Right.
So it's now top 6.
Okay, well, it's still going to be quite tough for them to make the 6.
Oh, it'd be very tough.
Hopefully they can get things rolling to get their season going.
I think Greg keeps his job after that week. Just still running the joint down there.
It's Trevor.
It's Trev.
No, I know that, but is he still running the joint?
Greg.
Jeffo?
No, I think Trevor tells him what to do.
Werribee bounced back. No, they didn't, sorry. They backed it up on Sunday. 86 went down to Crow Bay, 99. Dondre Walker, 26 in that one. Hicksey had 21, Reardon with 18, Jeremy Smith again, 29 and 7 for Werribee. What we're starting to see, and we've said it a couple of times, the pattern is the Devils just haven't got enough consistently going with Jeremy Smith.
Yeah, he's been a standout all season, and once they can get consistent support around him, they might be a bit more competitive.
I mean, within 13 of Crow Bay, not bad.
No, it's not bad. I mean, it's a respectable loss, but obviously if you look at the pan of the weekend, it's 0-2, and they're 2-6 now, so you know they're still trying to look up.
Knox 92 defeated Ringwood 77. Mike Rose had 27. Brandon Polk 20 and 13. He's having a wonderful season too, Brandon Polk. Matt Fennell had 16 for Ringwood. Now the big thing out of this for me, Logan Lyle I think was 1 of 6 or something like that. Have you got that?
Only 17 minutes as well, 1 of 6, and it wasn't in foul trouble or anything. Just wasn't his night, I think.
We're starting to see Logan Lyle as being the barometer in that Ringwood team. When he's up and about and launching and firing, they are scoring some heavy points. When he's not, they're just not getting the job done. Is he the barometer?
It's certainly not the Ringwood we're used to. I mean, Ringwood last season and even glimpses this season put up triple figures. They're fit and firing on all levels on offense, and they're keeping their opposition to a lot lower scores. But obviously, Knox is a premier team of the competition. So
lost a game.
it's probably a loss.
6 and 6.
That quite possibly was expected. But now you're looking, Ringwood are back at 500, and there's some questions because what they're used to is not mid-table.
Well, we know that they recruit shooters. We know that. The problem is this season, when the shooters aren't firing, it's definitely hurting them.
Yeah, Lyle's got to figure out a way to become more consistent and hopefully lead his team to a few more wins.
Well, when he fires, he's very good.
I think the other thing is too, Nate Champion looked really, really classy last year, and he was probably one of the best players in the competition. His minutes, I think, are a little bit down on last season, and he just isn't providing that factor like he did last year. So that's probably something that if he improves as well as Lyle, they'll be a lot better side.
Oh, we know when they're good. We know just how good they are. So having said that, all kudos to Knox. Great win. Waverley 110 defeated Bulleen 69. Ivan Platnick had 22. DKD 23. Kuznia had 15 for Bulleen. Couple of things for me. First of all, Waverley. I've been calling for it for a couple of weeks.
This is the one
Steve,
you've been looking for?
Been looking for him to come out and belt somebody. No more comfortable 5-point wins. Come out and smash someone. They've done that. They've gone into triple figures. They had an absolute field day against Bulleen. The downside to this game is I think we can absolutely confirm it's going to be a long, tough season for the Boomers. And at this stage, and we're a long way out, I get that. But at this stage, I don't know where that first win's going to come from, Steve.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I'm sure there's opportunities throughout the season, to score an upset win. But obviously, looking at the fixture, I mean, you could even argue that next week's a chance. But the way they've been playing, it's not looking likely. One difference with Waverley, they changed their starters up. I think DKD went to the bench.
Yeah.
Just maybe looking for a scoring
I think
punch.
Adrian Campbell started. Sedell Threat came off the bench as well.
I think they're just looking for that scoring punch in that second unit to try and
they got it.
really tackle the bigger teams and better teams.
Yep. Well, they definitely got it. Hume City 91 defeated DV 85. This was the game of the round for me. It was the first big real test. And again, take nothing away from Diamond Valley. They beat Ringwood earlier on this season, but we spoke about the fact that they'd beaten all the bottom teams. Big test, and I think Diamond Valley came out of it really well. A 6-point loss at Hume City is certainly nothing to be hitting the panic button over. Dayan had 29 points in that one. Lee Jecker, ripper of a game. We know he's a great player, 34 in that one. Jamal Brown, 24 and 16. Good tight contest, and it shows us that the Eagles aren't far away. They're 7-1, so they're definitely not far away. But in terms of that upper echelon, they definitely deserve to be there.
Yeah. And I mean, I took away from it for Hume City as well. I mean, I know we've been talking them up the last couple of weeks. Keeping it quiet the last few weeks. But Hume have proven themselves to be consistently good now.
They're a good team.
They were last couple of years been up and down, but they're consistently good this season.
Keep the lid on it, Jeff.
And I'm getting around
them.
Lid's off.
No, they know how much I love them out there at Hume City. I reckon they're a ripper of a team. I just want them to keep doing their thing, and that's another good result for them. Werribee 83. That's not Werribee. That's Whittlesea. Whittlesea 83.
I've got Whittlesea.
Thought Werribee played 3 times on the weekend. Whittlesea 83 defeated Hawthorn 75. It was Whittlesea's first win of the season. Chris Carver, another import, having a wonderful season. 25 and 16 for the Pacers. Lukey Sist had 23 for Hawthorn. 11 of 12 field goals. Hawthorn's 3 kids, the 3 young guns that we keep talking about, the Irish Pub, Sisty, and Barb's boy, young Barry. The 3 of them scored 47 of Hawthorn's 75. The future is bright for the Magic. It's going to be a tough season, we know that.
Current's not so bright.
Well, we've got some great kids coming through, and that's what I'm pinning all my hopes on for the future. But good win for Whittlesea, first one of the season.
Yeah, breaks their duck, and probably a good thing to do it at home in front of their own fans, defeating Hawthorn. Assist, I'm telling you, that was a big game for him. Certainly showing signs.
You've been talking him up, I know. Give us the ladder as it sits.
Ladder knocks. The only undefeated side now, 6 and zip.
Look out.
Diamond Valley and Carrara Bay sit second and third at 7-1. Waverley and Hume City 6 and 2. Ringwood 4 and 4. McKinnon had the bye 3 and 3. Werribee 2 and 6. Eltham 1 and 6. Hawthorn and Whittlesea 1 and 7. And Bulleen 0 and 5.
4, 5, 6. It's interesting. McKinnon in that top 7 at the moment. I think the certainly the bottom 5 teams sort themselves out pretty well.
Yep.
It's a race in 7 for mine at the moment. We can call that this early. Round 7. Here we go. Hume take on Werribee. I'm keeping a lid on it, Jeffo, but I am going the Broncos and I'll just keep it down.
I'm Hume. Easily.
Lids off.
No, it's not off. Eltham take on Crow. Can the Wildcats get 2 in a row at home? Yes or no?
The Wildcats will not. Corio will beat them.
I'm actually going to say Eltham. I think the performance that Werribee put up against Corio, albeit I didn't see much.
They're playing Corio Bay, Steve.
Yeah.
Dondre Walker.
Yep. They've got some certain
Marlo Hicks, have you heard of him?
Who?
Jason Reardon. Have you heard of those guys?
Yeah, no, I've certainly heard of that trio. But
The Shadow, Michael Rebuel.
I think Eltham, it's time to string a couple together, and no better chance to do it against Corio.
I think Eltham, well done on getting your first win. I think you've been very silly, Steve. I think Corio Bay, deservedly, Steve, very ambitious.
Yeah.
Knox take on Bulleen. I think it's going to be a whack.
Big whack.
I'm not keen to say whack, but it will be a comfortable margin without being too extreme.
Knox is 6 and zip at the moment. Beat Ringwood last week comfortably.
They can do a Waverley.
Okay.
And just sort of cruise. But even though I think
it's going to be a fair whack. Diamond Valley take on McKinnon. I like this game. Diamond Valley had that big test against Hume City last week. They're back at home to McKinnon. McKinnon coming off a bye. I reckon this is a ripper.
Yep.
I think Diamond Valley should get it just because it was at home. I think it'll be a close one. I think they probably will match up pretty well. But I will go Diamond Valley.
Easy to send McKinnon to 3 and 4.
Yeah, I think McKinnon will certainly benefit off the week off, but I'm happy to stick with Diamond Valley here as well.
If in doubt, you know my rule, and I'm completely in doubt on that game, so I'm going DV at home. Ringwood against Eltham. Tough weekend for Eltham, mind you. We talk about how tough their draw's been.
Is Lyle dropping 30 or 10?
No, yeah.
There's a chance he might.
No better time for Ringwood to bounce back.
Well, we've put it on Logan Lowell this week, so let's see if he responds. I think Ringwood will bounce back very hard at home and get the win.
I will go for an upset and say Eltham on this one.
Wow, jeez. Okay, Waverley take on Knox. Good game. At Waverley, very tough to beat on their home deck.
Yeah, I think the Falcons will inflict the first loss to the Raiders. Yep.
Who you going for?
I'll stick with Knox. They haven't lost yet, so they haven't done anything wrong.
I haven't done anything wrong, and that's good enough for me as well. Whittlesea Cryo, I've got Cryo on Sunday.
Yeah, Cryo, baby.
Cryo.
And Hawthorn take on Bulleen. I think they've already met once this season. And
Yeah,
Hawthorn
and
stormed
Hawthorn,
home
yeah.
at Bulleen and beat them. That's good enough for me. Look out for Sisty, Barb's Boy, and the Irish Pub. I think the three of the young guns will get it going again, and they alone will be too good for Bulleen.
Yeah, Magic for me.
Magic as well.
Are we done?
Yep.
We done.
Beautiful. Round 7 coming up.
good
Get
week.
out there and support your teams. A lot more games coming up this weekend, so a lot happening in State Champ, men. We'll be back to talk about it next week on Big V TV.